Hey, what's up, guys? Very long time no see. I think it's been like over a month since I last updated. Sorry about that. But things are going really well. We are wrapping up Dementium II, the development of it, and I'm really happy with it. I really hope you guys like it. I think it's the best game that we've made at Renegade Kid. Actually, the best game I've worked on in my career. We're in beta right now, which is when the game is done from a creative perspective. You know, it's all there. You can play from the beginning to the end. Everything's in there. You know, as far as quality, everything's to the point where it should be. And now we're just getting rid of bugs. You know, if you do that and it breaks that, then we fix that and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're working on right now. And yeah, it's coming on really good. The team's done an amazing job at getting it to the state it's at, and that includes the South Peak team, the QA team, and the producers who have been handling the QA part of it, where you get to play it all day, every day. A broken game. Well, it's not that broken, but doing QA is a pretty tough job. But everyone's doing a really good job. It's really coming together really well. We've got a bunch of bugs to fix, sure, which is very natural. We have a number of weeks to go where we're still finding bugs and fixing them, and then it's going to be a month or two. It's hard to say exactly, but obviously on the shorter end would be good, when we'll be submitting off to Nintendo for approval. Now what's crazy is, say everything goes to plan, it still won't come out until February-ish next year, because just the process, it just takes that long. Once you have a game that is approved by Nintendo, it still takes, I don't know exactly, it always seems to vary a lot, but it's 6 weeks, around 6 weeks, 6 or more, not less I would imagine, 6 or more weeks from the moment it's approved to get it on the shelf. So best case, we submit it, a month from now, whatever, beginning of November. They let us know 2 or 3 weeks later, yep, you're approved. And then we're kind of towards the middle to end of November, and 6 to 8 weeks from there is obviously, January, February-ish. So, yeah, so, there you go. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But the game, the important thing is the quality is definitely there. So now it's just a matter of making sure it doesn't break, basically, so you guys can play it and enjoy it and not get stuck anywhere. So that's great. So we should be having more, more press and media on the game soon. Videos and hands-on impressions and stuff like that. Because so far, it's all been hands-off in the press. At E3, I demonstrated the game to some of the press guys, and then they wrote their impressions based on that. And some of the more recent ones are similar as well, where PR has gone out and the PR team and met with journalists, and they've also demonstrated the game. So no one has officially played it hands-on and written about it yet. So that should be next. Should be the next big thing, and hopefully lots of great videos come out from that. But I'm really happy with the game. I think it's awesome. I think it does everything we would, could, should have done with the first game and more. I think it's a true sequel. I think it's really, really good. I've played through it far too many times. I mean, it's good that I have. I've played through it a lot and I've tweaked it and moved stuff around and that kind of stuff, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to play the game and actually enjoy it, because I've played through it lots of times now and it kind of becomes a bit mind-numbing after a while. But having said that, I still really enjoy the game though. It's got a lot of variety in visuals and gameplay, audio, just everything. Everything there story-wise there's more story than the first game, which isn't hard to do, I guess. It's better than the first game in every way, I think, and I think it's better than Moon as well. I think it's the best game we've done. It's great. So yeah, good stuff. So more stuff on that soon. I broke my foot, so I have a Robo boot on. Check it out. Yeah. Look at that. You hear that servo? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's right. No, not really. But anyway, so I've got this big old boot on. I managed to smash my heel. So, anyway, whatever. So I've got crutches and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what's going on in my life. Yeah, and now we're just ramping up and working on a few things. Of course, Maximilian, we've had some exposure on that already, so still kicking that around. We have a few other concepts we're working on, and in various different forms, from just the concept document to actually getting things playable, and talking to lots of publishers and seeing what things we may sign up for the future. DSiWare is still a big thing that I'm really interested in. I think it's a really cool platform. Retail could be really difficult, relying on the retail outlets, the stores that sell your games, relying on them to buy your game in the first place, so then they put them on their shelves so you guys can buy them, is a very difficult process. So what's nice with DSiWare and games like that, Xbox Live and PSN and all that kind of stuff, is it's just directly to you guys. You just put it up there and you either buy it or you don't. So I really like the idea of that. Retail has a lot of control over what they sell and how many units they buy in and then sell, and and then there's a pre-orders and all that kind of business. And it's a big, it's a huge strategy in itself, just to kind of get your game on the shelf. It's kind of crazy, and it's not really based on the quality of your game necessarily or anything else. It's really tricky stuff. I think Southgate's going to do a great job at getting Dementium II on the shelves, because they have a really good connection with a lot of the retailers. They've been doing it for a long time. So I have faith that the reach that they'll have to get Dementium 2 out there will be greater than both Dementium and Moon. So I'm hoping that it really gets in the stores and there's lots of copies, and everyone in every corner of the States and the world can get their hands on it. Another thing we're actually working on right now is the localization of the game, which is always fun, turning it into 5 different languages, or 4 additional languages. So that's something else we're working on right now, which is always fun, because we don't know if it's right or not. They give us the French, German, Spanish, Italian version of everything. We plug it in the game, we send them the game, and they test it and go, oh no, that's not right. And I was like, oh okay, if you say so. I don't know that language, so whatever. But we're working on that right now, and that's going really well. We're putting a big effort into that. Localizing the game for the different territories is very important. So in those foreign speaking countries, they will have hopefully a very, very localized version of the game. That's the plan. Meaning we have some dialogue in the game, some spoken speech from some of the characters in the game, and we're having those re-recorded in the local languages of those countries. So which will be cool, because if you're French, Italian, Spanish, German, whatever, and you buy the game, a lot of products will just have the English dialogue and then have subtitles at the bottom. And actually, and we'll have that too. We'll have subtitles at the bottom as well. But I think having the actual dialogue be in your local language, just makes a huge difference. If I bought a game that was made in France and it was speaking French to me but had English subtitles, it would be like, that's cool, but you want it to speak in your language, so you don't have to worry about that, and it feels like it was made in your country, made for you. It makes a big difference. So that's what we're going for, and we're dedicating a lot of effort to that, and hopefully that pays off. Hopefully the European countries really appreciate that, and hopefully the European players, buyers, appreciate that, and they sell us more copies because of that. Whatever, we'll see. That's always the hope, right? But yeah, we're putting a big effort into that, which I think is really cool. So cool. I'll probably got on my time limit, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to try and update obviously a little bit more often now. But yeah, game's going great. I hope you're doing well. See you again soon. Alright, bye.